fine line between, I might have picked up on this thing, is it really the full story, or am I now taking what I'm seeing and causing it to come into being? So you see, they kind of work together. But for now, I think I need to suffice it to say, there's people in this room who've had precognizant visions of things happening. And there's also people who understand the power of their mind in making that happen. And sometimes we might pick up on something out of fear that isn't going to happen at all, but it's our own fear playing it out. So it really is individual. You know, let me just give a really quick example. For those of you who've been around long, you know that I've been working on overcoming an old fear of flying. Like kind of where I say that, I'm not affirming the fear. I'm working on overcoming an old fear.
Nor are you denying it.
Nor am I denying it. So I used to get these like radical pictures in my mind of crashing. But what I became, first I'd go, oh my gosh, is this a precognition? Is this, I gotta get knocked on it. And I would drive myself bananas about that. And finally I said, you know what, this is just an old fear that's playing out these pictures in my head. I don't have to buy into them. I don't have to believe them. And so I started to just have a conversation saying, all right, old fear, here you are again. You're just, I laugh at it a little bit. I try to be humorous. You're just showing up again because you know what? You're a habit. You're a habit. I'm not going to claim that this is a vision. And I've obviously never crashed and died on an airplane. And I've been on many of them, and they've always been successful. So I've had a conversation that, no, this is not a precognition. It's just an old habit playing out in my head. There's 3 answers right there. So that's why I'm saying it's a big question. And it really would be personal, for what your situation is. For now, we have to leave it like that. Who's over here, Lisa?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
The study of science of mind still continues to fascinate me, the practices and the teaching. I mean, I just found out that Jesus is Jewish last week. Really. And so with that said, I want to be able to share with my family and friends that Jesus is a cool dude, like we're into him and we understand his teachings, and I don't know how to relate that to my Catholic and my Christian friends and family. So what is the best response for that?
So I'm going to tell you that I can tell you how to answer it, but I cannot tell you how to change their mind or convince them. Okay? This is really big for a lot of people who have this in their family. I can tell you how to answer it, starting with in my understanding or in my belief, but you cannot convince them otherwise. That's really important. So it's something along the lines of my church, my philosophy, believes that Jesus was a man who walked on this earth, who understood his connection to God, or what he called the Father within, and that the things that he taught are wonderful teachings that we do follow. That's the simple answer. To get them to believe that is none of your business. Okay, but so Ernest Holmes, in our Science of Mind textbook, the teachings of Jesus are all throughout. They're all throughout it. So yes, we follow the keywords, the teachings of Jesus. Not the stories made up after he died. I don't know if I'd say that part. I'm saying that to us. Because if somebody believes those stories that came after he died, you don't want to offend them. That's for us. But following his teachings, yes. And so like on that paper that you had yesterday, she's referring to a Bible class that I just finished. What did I say? Jesus taught love. He taught the Father within, direct connection to God. He taught heaven within, meaning the blissful heavenly state of mind is within us. He taught pray unceasingly and believe that when you pray something's going to happen. All this is science of mind. He taught forgiveness. He taught eternal life. We teach all those things. So yeah, we believe he was a wonderful teacher and we follow his teachings. Leave it at that. And then if they want to argue and say, back to you, you can just, this is a challenge that I sometimes still have myself. I need to be able to stand really clear in what I believe and let them be real clear in what they believe without the fight. And so I will say sometimes, in my belief or in my opinion, it is this. But I'm not trying to change anybody else's mind. Especially people who are really, really into the stories made up about him after he died. Do you all hear what I'm saying about that? Right, so, but his teachings are wonderful, and Ernest Holmes teaches about him all throughout the book. Good, Krista.
Good morning. I had very similar along the same lines. My 3-year-old is now starting to ask who Jesus is. And so that really was helpful in answering that. But I remember, it's been a while since I've been here, but we had talked a long time ago about sort of an elevator talk of what science of mind is. And I was wondering, just because a lot of my friends that we're coming into contact with now will say things more like Jesus is a savior versus Jesus is a teacher. So I'm sort of coming up with what I'm going to tell her. But then when they ask me, what does your religion believe? Sometimes I just shy away from talking about it, but I don't want to do that. I want to be more able to say, oh no, I love my church and this is why. So could you kind of summarize what our elevator talk was? I know it was longer than a little question, but just kind of a little something to go with for now.
How many floors are you going up?
How many floors are you going up?
About 50.
John Hancock building.
Yeah, 1 floor or 2 floors. That is actually a challenge to do. It is a challenge, I don't mean to answer it, it's a challenge to give an elevator talk because there's so many layers. But here's the elevator talk I gave yesterday. I didn't even mean to, but it came up in the Bible class. What I'm saying every single Sunday is, God is all there is. We have access to this through our mind, so think better thoughts.
Do it one more time.
In some way, shape, or form, that's what I'm saying every week. We believe God is all there is. Of course, then here's why it's hard. Well, what is God to you?
I had a hard too, yes.
God is all there is. We believe we have access to this powers, God, through our mind. So think better thoughts. There's like that. Ross just got it. Woohoo!
No, I just think it's brilliant. I've been in this movement for a long time. I've never heard anyone say right on that.
It is simple, and yet it's very complex, because then the offshoot are, well, what do you think God is? We believe that God is one source of all life. The one source of all life. I had this conversation with my 1-year-old nephew. He says, the one source of all life, well, what did he say? What do you call it? I said, the one source of all life. You know, it gets a little bit tricky if people have an idea of a man in the sky with a white beard. We believe God is the one source. We have access to it through our mind. Yeah, where else do we know anything? I can't know anything other than through my own mind. So what we're asking ourselves is to think better thoughts. Now, the other part of the elevator question is, what do you believe about Jesus? Because that always comes up, right?
Yes.
So we kind of answered that. Jesus is a man. You can tell Amelia, because she's a very smart little cookie. He was a Jewish man who lived over 2,000 years ago, who understood his connection with God and taught the people what he understood through stories. He taught through stories that they could understand. That's what our class was about, this Aramaic Bible class that I just got from doing. That was a really big section of it, is that Jesus taught in parables for them, not necessarily for us. Any of you grew up in Palestine? If you grew up in that area, you might understand, but nobody's got their hand raised. The things that 2,000 years ago that they would have understood are different than we understand now. Not the world was flat. Just that simple thing right there is like, oh. They didn't understand high and low tides. They didn't understand waxing and waning of the moon. I mean, there's so many things that they just didn't understand that Jesus was talking to them. They had warring, the Samaritans and the Jews didn't like each other, and so the Good Samaritan story was about that. And I mean, I could go on and on, but you know, if you missed the class, then maybe I'll do it again. Yeah. All right, so does that help? Okay, so we're going to do one with Joyce, and then I know you have one that we'll end with because it is 10 till 11. Joyce Ringmore, I'm sorry.
I think I read sometimes there was a distinction between Jesus and Christ in Science of Mind. what is